Let's clear something up. When people hear high-value woman, they immediately think about money, looks, or status. But real high-value women, they're not chasing flashy. They're looking for substance. So if you've ever wondered, what do confident, emotionally mature, secure women actually look for in a man? This is it. Not opinions, not TikTok takes. These are psychology-backed traits that high-value women naturally gravitate toward. And if you're serious about real connection, these will change the game. Let's dive in. A high-value woman doesn't need someone who can just fix problems. She needs someone who can understand emotions, especially hers. Emotional intelligence means you can regulate your own emotions, empathize without trying to solve everything, and handle conflict without shutting down or blowing up. Psychology shows that emotional attunement, being present and emotionally available, is one of the biggest predictors of lasting connection. And trust this, for high-value women, that matters way more than having a six-pack or a six-figure income. Self-respect, not ego. Confidence is attractive. Ego, not so much. High-value women spot the difference instantly. They want a man who has his own life and goals, knows what he brings to the table, and doesn't need constant validation to feel worthy. When you move from a place of self-respect, it creates stability, and women who respect themselves will only align with someone who mirrors that. Consistency over intensity. Here's where most guys mess up. They go hard in the beginning. Compliments, attention, constant pursuit, but slowly fade out once the chase is over. High-value women aren't impressed by intensity. They're impressed by consistency. That means showing up, staying clear with your intentions, and not switching up when things start to feel real. Because guess what? Stability is sexy, especially for women who have done the work to heal. This isn't about being rich, it's about being intentional. Psychologically speaking, a sense of direction is a sign of emotional maturity. It shows you're not just drifting, you're choosing how you live, who you love, and where you're headed. High-value women want a partner, not a project. So if you have purpose, passion, or even just a clear idea of what you're building in life, you stand out more than you think. This might surprise you, but it's powerful. High-value women are actually drawn to men who can say no, not in a rude or rigid way, but in a calm, grounded, boundary-honoring way. Why? Because it shows self-respect. You're not afraid to express your standards, protect your energy, or walk away when something isn't aligned. That kind of backbone is rare, and deeply attractive to women who know their worth. Anyone can text good morning, but not everyone knows how to be present. High-value women want a man who listens without distractions, pays attention to the details, makes her feel seen, not just looked at. This kind of presence creates emotional safety, and that's what makes a woman open up and stay. Let's be honest, we all screw up sometimes. But what separates high-quality men from the rest? They own it. No defensiveness, no gaslighting, no blame shifting. High-value women aren't looking for a perfect man. They're looking for a man who can say, "You're right, I messed up. I'll do better." That's emotional maturity, and it builds deep trust. Here's the bottom line. High-value women aren't looking for a checklist. They're looking for alignment. Someone who's emotionally mature, self-aware, and real. Not a savior, not a fixer, not a fantasy, just a man who knows who he is, and how to show up with presence, purpose, and consistency. And the good news? These traits can be developed. They're not about looks, money, or status. They're about how you carry yourself and treat others. If you want to go deeper, I linked something powerful in the description. It'll help you spot emotional patterns and attract real connection, not just chemistry. Thanks for watching. And remember, you don't have to change who you are to attract the right woman. You just have to become more of who you really are.